As you know, the Committee on House Oversight and Government Reform must do everything in its power to protect the lives and safety of federal workers and conduct investigations and adopt changes when current agency practices are failing to keep our workers safe. I want to talk about Nicholas John Acker. He was a USPS Detroit Network Distribution Center worker, Allen Park, Michigan. And it was a tragic workplace accident. And again, we don't know, but we know it's heartbreaking and it's something that we believe is preventable. His body, Mr. Chair, trapped in a mail handling machine, and he had been dead for 6 to 8 hours before he was found. He checked in at 11 a.m., and his body wasn't discovered until the following day at 12:30. His death is unspeakable tragedy. For his family, his mother tearing up and just demanding, looking me in my eyes and said, please find out what happened to my son. His fiance, they just got engaged, Mr. Speaker, 10 days before he was killed. What's so tragic about his death is that, and heartbreaking and tragic about his death too, is the fact that he served in our military, U.S. Air Force, for 9 years. He wasn't killed serving there. He was killed being a U.S. postal worker. His death, again, is heartbreaking, and what we do know from his union is that there were previously raised concerns about safety measures and procedures at this facility and had recently filed a grievance about 90 days prior to his death. The grievance stated that the management was pressuring staff to look for letters while handling machine was operating. Over a month after his death, more questions remain unanswered. Nicholas was someone's son, Mr. Speaker. Look how young he was. He was a brother and he was a fiance. Again, he was engaged only 10 days before he was killed. They were planning to get married in the spring. Again, Nicholas served 9 years in our U.S. Air Force. He was generous, he was a thoughtful person. He didn't, again, die serving in our military, but here at home at a sorting facility at a U.S. Postal Service location in Allen Park. Shortly after his death, Representative Debbie Dingell and I wrote a letter to the Postmaster General demanding answer, and thus far we have not received any responses. Please, Mr. Chair, work with my team and I. If it's legislation that we need to do to make sure this is preventable in the future, let's do that. But we can't allow, again, this to happen. Also in the committee, we know that we oversee a lot of important initiatives that impact prescription drugs. And so another matter, of course, and I know, Mr. Chair, you've been leading on this effort, I do want to enter into the record, if I may, a letter from Covenant Community Care. It's a federally qualified health center.
Without objection, so ordered.
Describing, again, their concerns with 340B. Mr. Chair, right now, Association of Affiliated Pharmacies and Apple Carries, which presents more than 500 independent pharmacies across the country, including 150 pharmacies in my district, are literally demanding that we do something about the PBMs. The actual cost of medication they dispense, driving many of them, again, driving the cost, many of them having to shut their doors. And these independent pharmacies, as you know, Mr. Chair, are anchors in our community. They are trusted by many of our residents that, again, are experiencing some of the worst health challenges from cancer and so many other diseases. Pharmacy deserts are growing, as we know, because of this, and patients are left without any options. So, again, community pharmacies still facing unsustainable losses, and we need to do more about it. We know that PBMs, and I like to name them because it's important, but CVS, Caremark, Express Scripts, and Optimum RX are reporting record profits because, again, they lack the transparency and accountability that is necessary. I hear about these harmful practices almost monthly from different independent pharmacies that continue, again, to have these challenges. Mr. Chair, from one pharmacy in Jordan, the pharmacist explained to me how he can see 60 to 80,000 loss in a month. And again, it's not sustainable. And it's also a pharmacy that has been part of the community for so long. So again, community health centers also being impacted, but one of the things they continue to tell me is that as a result, PBMs are trying to make medical and financial decisions on behalf of providers and the patients, and that's unchecked power. It should stay, again, with the person providing the care. So Congress and this committee, we need to act now. It is something that, again, both, I think, sides of the aisle have come and understand that something, again, action needs to take place. So the Pharmacies Fight Back Act, let's get that through this committee, and let's work, again, incredibly hard to make prescription drugs much more affordable and protect our independent pharmacies. With that, Mr. Chair, I yield.
The gentlelady yields back.